Alright, here we go for round 6, right? Because I've already played 5. I'm 4-1 against Mr. Lettuce. I could just jam a Rot Fiend. It seems solid. Center lane, so he can't play his, various, what are they called? I always blank on card names. Skynet Glider? There we go. It takes me such a long time to figure out what they're called. It's kind of embarrassing. I can picture everything the card does, its faction, the art. But if you want to give me a card name, if you want a card name from me, it's just so hard. This is a really valuable Glimmer Witch. Granted, he already shrunk my creature, but I guess what are you gonna do? I'll just block with Katara Sprite. Actually, I don't need to block a 5/5 with Katara Sprite. I don't want the Katara Sprite to die. And I don't want the, I can just blocking a 5/5 is really easy in my deck. I've got a billion Rot Fiends, and 5/5 is not that big. You injure 2 Rot Fiends right there. I think that's actually all my Rot Fiends. Oh, I have one more. Okay, so I'm just loaded up on Rot Fiends. Probably going to play Rot Fiend Patron. Patron chumping, whatever ends up in this lane. I might replace the Patron with Kataru Sprite, or replace the Kataru Sprite with Patron to spawn it somewhere else. It just kind of depends. So he called my Patron, or not my Patron. That's fine. I can chump that if I don't want to take a bunch of damage. I don't know. I don't really want to take a bunch of damage, so I'll just chump it. Yep. When I can't trigger the Patron, I always play my Necro card first, if I can, so my opponent doesn't know that I don't have a bunch of Necro cards. Like if you trigger a Patron, then you know your opponent has a lot of Necro cards. But if they play a card first, you can just imagine that they had only one Necro card and they just misplayed. It doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. But if your opponent's thinking about it, they might plan on Patron not triggering, and you can work with that. This turn I'm probably just going to jam Abyssal Brute and then Saruman. Saruman goes up to 7, which doesn't block Spring Dryad, so I actually might just play Rot Fiend and Saruman. Though I'm honestly more inclined to play Abyssal Brute and Rot Fiend, because whenever I play Saruman, I never draw that stupid card. But Saruman is better. So we'll just play the Saruman, and actually probably should have replaced it, but I didn't. Because now his Spring Dryad gets really big. You can just play 2 cards and be an 8/8, which screws. The Rot Fiend does not kill. But if I draw Deathseeker, or I can chump it with Glimmer Witch if I really want to. Or I guess not chump, but block. So it might have been better to play the Rot Fiend elsewhere, or replace the Saruman. Cold of the Week on my level 1 Saruman. Oh, okay. So he had a wait. What? Oh, because it dies. Right. So Glimmer Witch kills his. Wait. Okay, so he played a spell so he could keep his Contagion Lord alive, but ended up. Whatever. I'm just gonna cast my Glimmer Witch, kill his Contagion Lord so he doesn't get his extra spell, then play Saruman. Kill his Seedling, deal 7 to him. He plays a side lane card, and I've got Kataru Sprite, I guess. not the best, but I'll work with what I'm given. I'm missing on a lot of cards that do this deck is really missing a bunch of solid good cards. Like I've got a bunch of Rot Fiends which are really strong, but they're not great defenders. This just kills my guy. He just wipes it off the face of the earth, and I can kill that with Saruman. So this does 9. I can throw a Kataru Sprite in front of it and hope that kills it. Right, it goes down to 3. Kind of want to put a Hulk in front of it because he probably sacrifices the Contagion Lord. He could play Groot Meal to kill my Kataru Sprite. I think he certainly would, because Kataru Sprite's one of my best board advantage cards. So I'll just play the Kataru Sprite in the center lane and then play Hulk to make him kill his Contagion Lord. I don't remember what his other faction is Terra. Okay. So another Patron and another Patron I cannot use. I wonder why the Patron of Tarsus is a demon. The only thing I know that's from Tarsus is the Deathweaver, and that's like a necromancer. So I kind of assumed that the Tarsus people were all necromancers. But why is it the patron of Tarsus, the father of Tarsus? Why is he a demon? It's kind of weird. So he just Savage Oath his. Okay, so he made both of his spells there to kill my Star Maiden, which is fine, I guess. Kind of weird. Trying to figure out what I should do. I could play Patron and Scourge Knights, and then just leave the Guitar Sprite to attack. Yeah, I guess I'll just block with the Scourge Knights. Scourge Knight's not really doing anything else. Like if I play an empty lane, it's just an empty lane 4/4. Which doesn't really matter. Or open lane 4/4. I can block the Sapling with Shardclaw Crusher or Abyssal Brute, and then play Rodfiend in the side lane maybe. I'm probably going to replace Guitar Sprite this turn actually. What am I trying to draw? Nothing. I've just got a bunch of Rodfiends. So I leveled the Patron, the Glimmer Witch, and the Sarmaid, which are probably one of the better 3 threats on my deck. Plus Guitar Sprite, which is just a really annoying card to deal with. It's just so big. Him playing the Savage Oath is kind of worrisome, because I can't let the game go too late. I don't have any Halaziths. I didn't level my Sigmund Fraud this game, so I can't really go super late. Looks like I'm playing Abyssal Brute and Rodfiend in front of Spring Dryad. If I'm lucky, I can maneuver the Guitar Sprite around, but we'll see. We'll see what else he plays. Well, what else you got for me? He waited like a minute before he made his first play, and then played Spring Dryad, and then just waited, stopped. It's like, oh wait, what was I trying to do again? Maybe he's trying to decide if he wants to Cold a Week my Guitar Sprite with his second level 2 Cold a Week. He doesn't actually have one. Yeah, we'll just wait and see. Actually, I'll go ahead and pause it, because I don't think he's there anymore. Like, you don't usually see such huge delays between people's plays. Alright, there we go. Got the Rot Fiend to block my Patron. And we go to combat, right? Because he only played here. It was such a long delay. Okay, so I guess I don't need to worry about the Guitar Sprite, so I'll just play the Brute and Rot Fiend. Crusher doesn't not too impressive, and these cards trade. So he has to. I don't think he can block the Guitar Sprite with anything. Like if he has the level 2 Spring Dryad, that's not enough either. He's probably just gonna play a creature. I guess he can't. If he plays 2 creatures, he can't kill the Rot Fiend. Rot Fiend is just kind of in an awkward spot for him. 8/9 is pretty hard for him to deal with. So he has to play 2 creatures. I guess if he has Other Wolves, he can go to combat or like play Other Wolves. Then this goes to 8, attack, then play a creature in front of Rot Fiend to kill it. But if he doesn't have that, then the Rot Fiend's probably living. Because he already cast Savage Oath this rank, so he doesn't have that until the next rank. What I'm going to do with my turn is likely going to be Sigmund Fraud and Scourge Knights. It's rank 3, so it's not a great time to be playing level 1 Sigmund Fraud, but it's Scatter the Seeds. Okay, that does kill the Rod Fiend, but I don't know. Like, you just played a Scatter the Seeds. Like, it's not very impressive. And that trades with my Guitar Sprite, but it dies, so who cares? What I'm going to do is just play Sigmund Fraud and Scourge Knights and kill his Spring Dryad. I'm not too worried about the sideline stuff, because it's only +1/+1. It's a lot better to just kill his Spring Dryad and not worry about it. Now I can play Hulk and Rot Fiend. Hulk is a 14/17 rank 3, which is pretty good. 14/17, which doesn't decrease as they play cards in front of it, which is the only problem with Rot Fiend. It just becomes a slag at rank 3. A really good blocker, and a card that's really hard to deal with if you're on the defensive, but otherwise it's not great. Blightwalker, pretty annoying. Contagion Lord's actually insanely good. I have no cards to deal with it. I can throw a Rot Fiend in front of it, but that doesn't really do a whole lot. The only question is whether I throw this Scourge Knights away to deal 4 damage, but I think 8 damage to Blightwalker is going to be way better. And I'll just throw the Hulk to block this Sapling. Activate, battle, in turn. Okay, so now I can play, I don't know, a bunch of level 2 cards. I've got 4 Utera cards left. So if I draw the Patron, I can block the Shardclaw Crusher with Blightwalker. Or, sorry. I don't know, we'll just see. We'll see what happens. So this Contagion thing doesn't It lets him play extra cards, but it doesn't really do a whole lot to change the board. I was still, pretty vulnerable to Contagion Lord. Though it does, I guess he can sacrifice that to play another card. Okay, so he's getting pretty good value out of this Contagion Lord level 3. As to be expected, we even got the block. So what am I going to do? Evan Skull Knight, it's not too impressive. I guess he just replaced his progeny assist. I don't know, if he wanted to do that, he probably could have just played that first, Stinging Invocation for 2, that doesn't really matter. There's not that many turns left in this game. I can just take the poison. What am I gonna do? I guess block here, and then sacrifice the... Do I take a bunch of damage from Evan Skull Knight? I guess so. I don't have anything that blocks it, unfortunately. And if I deal 7 damage to it, then I get to almost kill it with Patron? I don't know. We'll see. Combat. Killing the Blightwalker. The Blightwalker would do 17. Yeah, come on, I didn't draw any of my good level 3s. Come on. Throw me a bone, deck. So he does 2 poison to me, which really doesn't matter that much. I don't think we're going to rank 7 this game, so he's got a long way to go before that's super threatening. I do have to block the bees, but the 36 damage this Evan Skull Knight's going to do to me is going to be way... See, he gets to play level 3 cards. Why can't I play level 3 cards? Like the 36 damage he's doing to me with this this Evan Skull Knight is way more damage than these bees are going to do. Yeah, I block this 18 damage here, and then block a bee, I guess? What am I blocking the bee with? For Spring Dryad? That's probably not... Probably want to play Death Seeker. Since I'm on the defensive right now, it's going to be better to play Death Seeker than worrying about his bees. Though the bees are super annoying, because they're going to do a lot of damage to me. I just don't have the luxury of ignoring Evan Skull Knight for another turn, for another 36 damage. Saramain's pretty good, though I guess Scourge Knights probably kill Spring Dryad if this spirit lives. Scourge Knights can shrink the Matriarch down to a, what, 8-10? Or I can kill the Spring Dryad, which seems a little better. Because he can't put multiple creatures into play. Pick card's a really good draw. Though, only a level 1 card, which is nice. Right? Oh, no, this is only -6/-6. So... yeah, I guess it's better to just... So I can kill the pit guard, or I can shrink the Matriarch. I guess I want to shrink the Matriarch. So I don't take 14 damage this turn, I just take 8. I take 4 poison. I don't know, I'm on the back foot. Like, that rank 3 of not drawing any level 3 spells while he drew all of his, that's pretty rough. I won't lie. Since I didn't draft my deck very well, it's going to be really, really rough if I fall behind in rank. Since I don't have like Grove Matriarchs or anything like that, I've just got a bunch of really good on-level cards. I'm playing a really fair game, especially if I don't draw Patron. So I'm just like playing my cards one at a time, and that's just not good enough if you fall behind. Because their cards are just going to be better than yours. So what I'm going to do is kill his Spring Dryad with my Sorrow Maiden over here. Then I guess block Sharkclaw Crusher here, and then Gloom Reaper Witch. Actually, I can kill his Damaris Pickguard with Gloom Reaper Witch, and then play Sharkclaw Crusher in the... Do I have a lane where it matters where I play it? I've gotten a level 2 Abyssal Brute, I guess, so I could put it in the side lane. He might block it. I guess I go for that anyway. So I have 4 poison on me, so I don't know. We're not out of the woods by any stretch of the imagination. Because I'm dead in 4 turns. I don't know how I'm killing him. Yeah, I think I'm dead here, right? Because I take 4 this turn, then on my next turn I take 4 and go to 7. Then I take 4 in his turn, and then I take another 4 and I die. So I either cast Verdant Sphere this turn and then lose a turn later, or I think we're just dead. Yeah. I can't win this one. Unfortunate. He even gets the extra damage off his Savage Oath. I could cast Verdant Sphere, but that doesn't even save me. I'll just end the turn. And then take 4 and lose. Okay, so that draft actually went a lot better than I thought it would, because like I had a lot of good heroics. I actually just had Sorrow Maiden and Double Patron, which is really good. But Patron is one of those cards where you have to draw it with a bunch of Necreum cards, and I didn't really draft a bunch of Necreum cards. I had like 8 Utera cards in my deck, so my deck was really lacking a bunch of solid cards that I could grind advantage with. I had a bunch of Rot Fiends, and Rot Fiends are really strong because they kill everything. But if you're not ahead by playing like Grove Matriarchs, Scatterspore Eidolon, or Scatterspore Tillers, or even Herd Mother would have been fine. Like if you're not ahead by using those cards, it's really hard to make up the game by just playing a bunch of Rot Fiends, especially if your opponents are playing those cards. So that's the draft. Went 4-1, right? 4-2, I mean, which is pretty good. Like it's a lot better than average. Yep, 10,000. Okay, so sweet. That brings me much closer to the Fiend deck, and we'll see. And I even got a. Well, I guess I didn't open an Undying Legacy, though I tried to. I drafted a bunch of Necron cards. But yeah, thanks for watching this draft, y'all, and I'll see you all next time.